This morning I'm gonna be making cheese omelet. And before we talk about stereos again, I'm trying to cook some nice breakfast. And we're gonna have some good breakfast this morning. Simple but good with some orange juice. But before we talk about stereos, yeah, I wanna make some good breakfast because I'm hungry, and that's how we're gonna do it, just like that. And spread it, yep, just like that. And then we have some cheese and put it on top of there and fold it like that. And that's gonna be a good breakfast. So another day, another video, and another topic about vintage stereos. And we're gonna have some, good topics about vintage stereos. So I put the cheese on top of the eggs and fold this both sides. And as you can see, it's very easy, guys, and you have a good breakfast. So let's get this out of here. You can fold it like that because too much cheese, yeah, and you know, you have to be careful when you put it on the plate. So let's talk about stereos, guys, while I'm gonna have breakfast. A lot of vintage stereos out there. It's been selling. A lot of people are selling their stereos, and a lot of people buying stereos and collecting vintage stereos. It's because, there we go, it's done. It's because the stereos, the price is booming again, and a lot of people buying and reselling those stereos. I've been selling for a couple years, and I make good money from vintage stereos. I buy different models and rare and good brands like Marantz, Sansui's, Luxman, Harman Kardon, those good brands that with good price. The way you can make money from those vintage stereos is you need to find those vintage rare stereos that cost a couple hundreds, so you can make good money and make a little bit profit. So buying stereos, guys, and reselling takes time. Sometimes if you're lucky, it could take one day and they'll buy it. It could take a week or a couple weeks or a month or a couple months. So it takes time. It depends, because buyers out there, guys, they're picky. They like to have good vintage stereos. They like to have good brands like Marantz, like Sansui, let's say 9090 dB, or Sansui 2000 or 5000, or Sansui 3000, 7000, or 9000. There's many Sansuis out there, from receivers to amplifiers, even Marantz, from receivers to amplifiers, or turntables, good brands from Pioneer, Marantz, Sansui, you name all those good names when it comes to vintage stereos. And that's how you can make money. So buying and selling and looking for these vintage stereos takes time, takes years to collect those stereos. And that's what I did, and I piled them up in my garage. And after that, you resell it, and you keep buying and looking, and finding the stereos. You have to go out there and hustle yourself and drive around places and find the stereos. You can get it from flea market, garage sale, or Facebook Market, or eBay. You can, you know, make a deal from the sellers and buy it from lower price or cheaper price or average price and resell it a little bit higher than what you paid for, so you can make money. Um, a lot of stereos out there, guys. A lot of, good turntables, good receivers, good amplifiers that you can find, because there's so many. And the one and only Macintosh costs a lot of money. We know, you know it, and it's money. So you invest the stereos if you like to resell it and make money, and you have to pay, you know, a good amount for, like, say, Macintosh, or you can make a deal so you can pay a little bit cheaper and resell it so you can make a bit more money. Um, there's many vintage stereos out there, but when I buy stereos, guys, I buy the Japanese made. I always look in the back, made in Japan. I love Japanese stereos, and it lasts for a very long time, and it's a good um, stereos. It's like a car. When it comes to cars made in Japan, Japanese cars last for a very long time. It's the same thing with stereos, same thing with watches, made in Japan last, and it costs money, but it's a good stereos. It's good watches, it's a good car. So made in Japan I always buy. And other, made in Europe, um, made in Germany, or made in, let's say, Canada, or in other countries, it's a good stereos to sell. So stereos, guys, very um, nowadays it's very hard to find out there. You drive around, you can't get it right away, because people knows now, and Facebook Market is there, and they put it in Facebook Market so they can make money. So they sell their stereos out there, and they make money. So without the Facebook Market, you know nobody sell it in Facebook Market, so they sell it in flea market, and you can make a good deal with those sellers, because they want to let go of those heavy vintage stereos, and they don't want to deal with it anymore. And some of those sellers, guys, they don't have knowledge. They don't know anything about stereos. They don't know anything about what's inside of the stereos. If it's made in Japan, they don't know anything about how many ohms, how many watts, the brand. Some of them, they just want to let it go. They probably clean the house and they give it to them, and then they sell it in flea market. So a lot of people don't know, or don't have knowledge about stereos, about vintage stereos. So I know it's been years that I know I have knowledge about vintage stereos, and I know exactly which one is good, which one is better, and which one can make money, and which one is not gonna make money. So buying vintage stereos, guys, is, you have to know, you have to have knowledge, you have to know what you're doing, so you can make money from it. You can resell it with a bit profit and make more money. And those money that you made from selling the stereos, can use it for important things, um, like pay your debt, or pay your credit cards. And it's a good, theory to make money. So you don't have to use the money from your pocket, from your work, those income that you work for. You don't have to use it. You use those money and pay those debt, pay those credit cards, or whatever, important things that you want to use those money for. So I made a good money from selling those stereos. It takes time, but now it's all gone, and I'm gonna buy again vintage stereos and make some money and resell it one day again. So just a quick video, guys, about buying and selling vintage stereos. So I hope you learned something from this video, and I will see you again next time. Click the subscribers, for now, say ciao ciao.